All right. So, welcome to another AMA session. Today we're going to be having an AMA with the PooChain, and with me as well, I have Connors, and we're going to be having Last Kempachi as our co-host for today. Kempachi, you want to say hi to the team?
Of course, why not? Hi there, Conan. Welcome to Gold Diggers. I'm happy that we are having an MA with you.
Yeah, thanks. Really excited to be here. Glad to share the project with your community.
Awesome. So, yeah, I think first of all, we want to start with you, Connors. You want to tell us about you and how you got involved into the crypto space?
Yeah, so just kind of stumbled into crypto last year and basically just kind of fallen in love with it. My first experiences were, diving into, more of the blue chip cryptos and, Coinbase trading, crypto.com. And then I discovered meme tokens and entire, community that lives and breathes them, 24/7 around the world. And so just kind of, decided that, I wanted my next company in life to be a crypto company. And, probably spent about 6 to 8 months conceptualizing the idea of what I wanted to do for a project. And everything kind of led me, to meme token blockchain and PooChain. So that is really kind of how everything came to life for PooChain.
Pretty amazing. When it comes to project like this, I believe we have lot of owners out there. I mean, depending on the project that has a lot of amazing experiences when it comes to the blockchain. I mean, I've seen a couple of projects myself. When you hear when you hear the background behind the project, I mean, how they came up with the ideas, it's really really fascinating, and we're really really happy to hear about yours as well, Connors. So I think this is now take us to PooChain. I mean, there are a lot of us here who must have heard about this project, but doesn't know, how the team had transparent and how much utilities they have behind the project. And we are happy to have you around here. Welcome once more. So yeah, tell us about PooChain and how you come up with this idea. We'd like to know more about it.
Yeah, so PooChain is 107 days old now, which is, it's awesome for any crypto project. We stealth launched it under $300 in liquidity, under $300 in market cap, or right at 300 in market cap. We've basically just consistently grown now for 107 days. It's really an awesome project to have seen blossom like it has, over these 3 months, and see the community continue to grow out in our Telegram room, but also, our Twitter followers and the number of holders we have. We've got somewhere around 2,500 to 3,000 holders between staking and unstaked wallets. And it just shows the depth and the strength of the project. As far as utilities, we have so much. We've developed out so much while we were also, working on our core code for our blockchain and moving forward on that side of the project as well, which is really the heart and soul of the project. But we've minted out 10,000 Genesis series NFTs in PooChain, which was great. We did that in about 3 weeks, and those are listed on NFT Key. They're very bullish. They grant access to our blockchain DAO, which is something we'll have on PooChain, and being able to launch projects together, vote on governance, things like that as a group. And I'd say like there's only about 3% or so of those NFTs listed for sale, and there's some great deals out there. I think there's some still listed for about mint price, which is unbelievable when you think about the utility behind them once the blockchain goes live. We also have some BNB staking that we've had pretty much since about the 12th day of launch, and we've given out a lot of BNB. I haven't looked recently. I think it's good. It's somewhere around maybe 30 BNB or so that we've given out at this point over about 100 days or a little bit less. We've also got a farming platform that I think actually some of the pools are coming to an end now. We've been supporting that for the last maybe like 6 to 8 weeks or so. But right now we are kind of full on development of our own farming platform with our own farming tokens. So that will be coming in play here hopefully sooner than later, honestly. We also have our V1, or version 1 of our PooPlace marketplace, that we have a few NFTs listed right now that can be minted for our PooGrow project, our PooGrow meme token project. And then we hope to have a version 2 of that very soon as well, where you can actually list, buy, and sell NFTs, and then also have some bridging capabilities built into it as well. So got a ton of utility.
Yeah, I mean, it's really really awesome. I mean, it's really rare in the space right now when you see project coming up with lots of utilities. You know, most of the project I myself have come across right now, most of them are definitely money grabbers. You know, they just want to come up and invest the project and launch a project just for them to get a couple of funds and stuff like that. But having project with a lot of utilities behind the project, man, it's really, really rare in the space. And I just want to say well done in the essence of you having such an amazing part, especially you starting from 300K. Come on, man. $200 to 200K market cap. That's definitely amazing.
Isn't it wild? Yeah. I mean, I think just a few days ago, we were back to about 50,000 in liquidity, which is still locked for like 9 months or so. But I mean, it really is just incredible, you know, when you look at what we've done together with utility and blockchain development and growing out our utility platforms and growing our community. You know, we've got PooChain listed on CoinGecko and CoinMarketCap. And, you know, we've put so much back into the project and, you know, creating depth for our community holders. And I think that's why our chart stays pretty bullish, is there are so many reasons to want to be a part of the project, to invest in it. You know, we're giving everyone the biggest utility that you can develop, and that's our own blockchain together, you know. So it shows the strength, it shows the longevity of the project, and really just how serious we are about doing something that matters and that's going to change things in this space. You know, that's part of what drove me to wanting to do PooChain as well, was getting away from the parts of meme token trading that we don't like and that, you know, are hurtful to most people, and, you know, really trying to create this safe haven and this strong community, you know, from the get-go when we launch PooChain. And not kind of have to like kind of scramble and put that together afterwards. So I think we're on track with, you know, everything at this point. It really is just a matter, like you're saying, of getting the word out there still. Even after 107 days, there's still a lot of people that, you know, really probably haven't taken the time to, you know, dive into what we're doing and learning about PooChain and our community. I think we have one of the strongest community chats on Telegram. You know, those guys are just always in a great mood and hyped about the project and excited about what we're doing together.
Yeah, that's definitely amazing. One of my questions is gonna come this way, and I believe you've mentioned some of, I mean, you've touched on some of the parts that I want to ask. I mean, I've seen a lot of projects with amazing utilities, and for some reason, most of them really didn't do well, I mean, stuff like that. But I just want to ask you, I mean, in regards to the investors here, why should we choose PooChain? I mean, we all believe that it has amazing utilities, and it's been, I think you said 100 days old now and stuff like that, which shows that there's a strong community behind the project. But I mean, why should we still choose PooChain? I mean, we can get involved in other projects with amazing utilities as well. So I'd like to know that from you as well.
Yeah, I mean, I think it comes down to, well, one, like you're saying, you know, we've been around now for a minute, and that shows, you know, strength of project, strength of community. It's hard to get, you know, over 2,000 holders. It's hard to get over, you know, 500 holders. Heck, some launches, it's hard to get over 250 holders. So I think, you know, just from initially outside looking in, anyone should see how strong the project is and the community. And then as far as why invest, well, I mean, there's differences in utilities and developing a layer one proof of stake blockchain. You know, that's it. Yes, we can classify it as a utility, but really it's big. It's much bigger than, you know, any staking platform or any farming platform. I mean, it really is a core layer one blockchain. And so that is what the difference is between, you know, our project, which is on Binance, and, you know, 99.9% of other projects on Binance, is that we're developing out a blockchain. And then from that, you can have countless utilities developed out on the blockchain, countless projects that you're able to be a part of, from that standpoint. So what we're doing is we're giving everyone very early entry into a blockchain project, where, if you look around, any blockchain that is live is not sitting around 350,000 market cap. So it's still very early. It's a great entry for people. And then the token to currency, it's a 1-to-1 ratio. So right now it's a token on Binance, but it will be a 1-to-1 ratio to our currency on PooChain blockchain. And that alone is a great reason, because this is what will be used to buy and sell other projects on PooChain. Our NFTs will migrate over, so future NFT sales through PooPlace Marketplace, they will be done, with our Poop token, our Poop currency, actually our native currency for the blockchain. So we're giving people a lot of reasons to, one, earn some passive reward now, but also to get in very early on a blockchain project that, it has massive potential. I mean, if you look around at what other blockchains are doing, it's nothing to be at a 50 million market cap or much, much higher. So I think there's a lot of reasons, but it is a very, in-depth project. So it deserves some time of study, and also getting to know the people in the community. We're all here for the long run. We're all here to win it. But we're also here to win it together, and do it, as a way that's never really been done in crypto, right? To take a project from stealth launch and then just to continue to grind and grow it. It really does feel like we're doing something special, honestly.
I mean, it is. I mean, it's definitely amazing. I mean, come to think about it, we've seen a lot of projects even taking the project serious to an extent, right? And they still can deliver up to the stage. I mean, come on, tell me how many projects have succeeded even just within a week or 2 weeks. I mean, definitely really well. So I mean, we definitely appreciate the fact that even after being here for a long period of time, you're still working hard to get the word out there. And I think that's what building a community is all about, right? You just don't want to think about what you're gonna be having in return when it comes to building a project. You want to think about how it's gonna benefit people out there. I mean, you can say, well, since we had almost 300K market cap, let me come up with a new project and start all over again, and maybe give it a try again and stuff like that. But no, you said, well, we're gonna get this word out there. People are gonna know about PooChain, and they're gonna see how much utilities we have behind this project. And it's just like take for example, like the Dogecoin, Shiba we have in the past. We all know how the community they have been great, and how the project have been able to be successful in the long run and in the future. So I believe PooChain, if they keep on continuing with the same idea, the same aspect, and keep on working together and building a great community behind the project, I believe it's really going to be one of the great projects we want to look forward to in the future. And my next question to you is going to be mostly more about the community, because we all know it's definitely important. So how have you guys been able to have a great community behind the project? Because when you have people believing in the project, it makes it look pretty amazing. I mean, I can decide to invest in the project because I know that I can have a couple of profits. But what about the fact you want to invest in the project because you believe what the team are doing, you believe in the project, you want to tell your family and friends about this? So how have you guys been able to help the community get involved around the project?
Yeah, I think several ways. But honestly, first and foremost, people were just drawn to the idea of a meme token blockchain and to PooChain. And so, I mean, even, at launch, at stealth launch, we were it just was immediately like you could feel it that people were excited about the idea of the project. I mean, even just hours into it. So I think there was something there that we were able to touch from a nerve, like in the community standpoint within meme tokens, that, hey, this is, something that is the space really needs, a blockchain dedicated solely to meme tokens and, everything that is involved with those, and creativity and NFTs and passive reward. And, so that was initially, I think, what got us going. I'm also fully doxxed, and I try to be extremely transparent, both in the global chat or any other team chat or well chat that I'm in, just about what we're doing and where the direction of the project is going, and what we're working on in the background constantly. So I think that has been the second thing that has helped us. And then I think third has really just been being able to survive. It's a tough space. It really is. It's a tough space to launch in. It's a tough space to launch a project in that you have, massive pre-sale, private sale backing, marketing. It's even harder to do it from a stealth launch. And so I think just surviving, it's attracted people to the project, and that they really see that we are serious about, developing out this layer one proof of stake blockchain, and making it a realistic goal that we can achieve together, because look at what we've already done together, and it really is just the final stepping stone. It's a big one for us, but I have no doubt, and I think my community has no doubt that we'll absolutely achieve it. So I think it's just really kind of been very organic. Community growth is something that you cannot predict, and it's not something that you can buy either. It really has just been a special thing that has happened within PooChain. I mean, I've actually gotten DMs about how cultish the group is in the chat, and I love that, because we are really in it together, and everyone is dedicated to our daily success. I think that is what right now brings even more people into the project, is, just seeing how strong our community is and how positive everyone is, daily. I mean, it really is a great place to be.
Yeah, I mean that's definitely 100%. No matter how we want to look at it, we all kind of know the fact that community always be the backbone of every project. Because without these people, I mean, how we, even you yourself, I believe, without these people support, even you yourself might feel like, am I doing something wrong? So when you have people supporting you and believing in the project, it helps you on. I mean, it motivates you the more to keep on going. And I think that's the reason why you keep on. You have the should I say the strength, you have the opportunity to want to keep on giving it out there, because you believe that people have seen this, they have appreciated this, and they love they love what you're doing. And because of this, you want to keep on helping other people to get to realize that PooChain is going to help a lot of millions of lives. And I think that's why I'm really, really excited that this is actually brought to GOLDDIGGERS, because we actually here as well looking for golden project, and we believe that PooChain is one of the good projects we want to look forward to, especially to our community here. And just like you said, the space is really, really tough. We have lots of scam projects. Most of us sometimes don't even know where we want to invest in our funds anymore, because we have been scammed, and most of devs out there aren't really, really trying enough, and it has really, really affected our mindset. But when we see great devs like this who devote themselves in wanting to get the projects out there, in wanting to get more marketing involved on the project, more partnerships, because they have so much love for the community. I believe it's really something that we don't want to miss as well. So I mean, you answered quite well when it comes to the community aspect, right? I mean, that's definitely important. So I think my next question to you is gonna be about the staking system. I realize that PooChain has the staking system. So I mean, how does this work? Because we've been involved in a lot of staking protocol, and we all know how most of the outcome has been. So we would like to know how PooChain, how the staking system does work.
Yeah, a lot of the staking systems out there, they're based on volume, and so ours is completely separate in that it's just manually fed BNB, and that allows me to basically, and I can also within the code itself adjust the percent of the rewards, but I can manually just adjust the APY by feeding more BNB to the pool. So it's completely separate from volume like most of these projects are. Now, our farming platform, that will be based more on volume. Those are liquidity pools. And so, of course, as volume and price is increasing, your rewards from those would increase. So, there's so many different ways to do the rewarding as far as staking. And then once we go to the blockchain and we have our validators, which anyone that is holding 5 million tokens or more will be able to be a validator within our PooChain blockchain, earning passive reward off of the blockchain volume. And so this is even different type of staking. And it's also involved in governance and consensus and really just maintaining the stability of the blockchain as far as how fast it's processing transactions, and just also how much of the supply itself is a part of that consensus mechanism. We want, of course, as much as possible. And the validator rewards, if you look around at other blockchains, validator rewards are extremely good for people. And it takes being able to get in early. You're not going to, I think you need something like 95,000 Bitcoin right now to be a validator, or for actually like their blockchain itself, another proof of work. But I was looking into that last night. And then, for Ethereum, I think it's much lower now with the 2.0 merge that just happened, I think literally like last night. But you still need a considerable, dollar amount to get to this position. And we're offering that very early for people now. It's, I think, about $2,000 to grab up 5 million tokens, maybe even a little bit less at this point. You'll be able to earn back $2,000 a day easily with some decent blockchain volume once live. And yeah, I said a day, not a month, not a year. It really does kind of get crazy with those validator bags.
That's really awesome. Kempachi, you may want to add something to that as well, or you wanna bring out a point as well. Kempachi, you're free to speak.
All right. Thank you, Caleb. Well, hi again, Paul. While we are talking about staking, I will continue on that. So for now, I see the only way to stake is through BNB, with a pool of BNB while staking the token. So any chance of, since the Genesis has already, all of it has been minted, any plans to add that to the staking as well, like giving any extra benefits to the holders of Genesis NFT so that they can also benefit from it?
Yeah, absolutely. And it'll be tied to the PooPlace marketplace, and after we get them listed on there. And then we'll have everyone buying and selling them on PooPlace. The collection itself will have migrated over to PooChain, and then it'll be very easy to be giving out some sort of staking rewards for all of the NFT holders.
Well, how many pools are available for now? I know that, just asking for the sake of it. How many pools are available? What are the time periods are there for the long?
Yeah, there's only about 300 of the NFTs listed, I think. I haven't actually looked in the last couple of days, but it stays around 3%. So 300 out of 10,000. People are very bullish on those. And the main reason is the utility behind them. So once we get to the blockchain, if you're holding 100 PooChain Genesis NFTs, so if you're holding 100 NFTs, you're going to gain access to the private sales for any sort of blockchain DAO project that we develop and launch. And then if you're holding just even one, and we have about 375 individual holders, which is not very much for 10,000 NFTs. That's how bullish people are on these. If you're holding just one, then you gain access to the pre-sales for the blockchain DAO. So that's why there's only so few listed. I think 5 or 6 will sell, and then a few people will list a few more, but it's staying pretty much right around 3%. So that's the long-term utility for those. And then, of course, like I was saying, we'll add some NFT staking as well once we get PooPlace migrated over to PooChain blockchain.
Since we are on this thing, that was always in the mind when I started reading about it. I feel that somehow this is the blockchain is a sort of a private thing, which is not a bad thing, right? But when you say that people will be vetted to you specifically to have the pre-sales, because if it is public, then anybody can do it, and then there will be no point on having the whitelist and everything. So in a way, can we say that the blockchain is sort of private to the token itself?
So we're going to work on a secondary algorithm for the blockchain called stake of access, right? Or stake to access. But when we do launch PooChain, we will launch it open source, and anyone and everyone will be able to buy, sell, trade, everything. Now, blockchain technology is changing pretty quickly. So now we have the means to create layer 2s upon layer 1s, and then those layer 2 blockchains can have specific utilities. So this is where a lot of our utility will come into play. So we'll have, one for the marketplace, one for the staking, and then getting back to, what you're saying as well, we will have basically a verified chain where it's only these doxed verified projects with developers and teams that we have, been working with, and we've agreed upon that these are safe people, these are safe projects. They're showing that they have a roadmap and they're able to, follow it. And then that's when we'll be able to do these verified sort of launches. So we have like a little bit of both worlds going on.
But I would say, why not? I would not recommend it anyway, because having a private chain is not a bad thing. From what I'm assuming and thinking about it, is that it is a fork of BSC in a way. So if anybody has any other issues or they don't want to get vetted or something, but just go with some other chain, and if they are actually doing something progressive and are okay with every norms you have set, then they should vet and go with it. I have no qualms that a person cannot vet and do it. Being private, people see this as a bad way. I don't. Everything has cons and pros, but yeah, that is not a bad thing. I totally support you on this.
Yeah, I appreciate that, and I really agree too. It's a very new idea. I think in order for us to get going, with the blockchain, it needs to be open source at launch. But I agree as well. Like we will develop out that verified layer 2 extensively, and we will prove to people and show to people that this is actually a very legit way to have an exclusive side to a blockchain. Where you can, basically tell people, well, we're going to, pretty much guarantee the success of this project, but, you're going to have to meet certain parameters or qualifications or whatever to gain access to it. And I think it will snowball, because there's a lot to be said about launching one project a month with financial backing, with marketing, with private and pre-sale backing, with community backing, with PooChain blockchain DAO well backing, right? Compared to launching 100, random, projects that are probably not going to survive. Well, they're definitely not going to survive, right? So, yeah, I think that's great. I'm glad that you see the benefit of that, because, we really do too. We really see how that can, change things. Just from a developmental standpoint, it's going to be a lot easier for us to kind of look at this as, building blocks. And then so we need our first block, which is our layer 1. With our validators. And then from there, we can start getting creative, with these layer 2s and with these verified, this verified chain idea. So that's great. I'm really glad you see that.
Definitely. I'm a big fan of Assassin's Creed, and with that, it comes the line, right? Order and chaos both are necessary. Other chains are giving you chaos. For order, you have to get something that is indefinite, something that is being vetted, something that is being taken care of. So coming to this, come to other factors. We have already, I think Caleb has already talked about most of staking. Yeah, I'll talk about staking pools a bit. So there is only 2 pools available, right, for staking right now, or there are multiple pools?
So we were just kind of bringing to the end our farming platform that we were sharing with the Build-A-Block project. Because we're developing out our own farming platform with our own farming token. That'll be, Poo Farms. That's actually what my icon is, my PFP. So right now, we're really just down to that BNB staking pool. But we are also developing out Poo Farms utility for everyone. And then any project that partners with us, even right now on Binance, any project that partners with us, we'll be able to open up shared liquidity pools with them. And provide these services to these guys as well.
You're talking about it. Can you give what can you say are the measures you're taking? Like what are the requirements that a project needs to have to be available or to be at least assessed for having a pool with you, for being able to generate a farming pool with you? You have any
Yeah,
criteria for
so
that?
really trying to kind of, start the same sort of process that we would have through the blockchain DAO, which is, being doxed. An audit would certainly be good, but first and foremost, being doxed to me, as far as a developer team. I think that's the most important. Just initial line of transparency. Of course, liquidity being locked and everything is always good as well. But I think first and foremost, just knowing the development team, knowing that they're not going to give up on a project, that they're going to keep pushing it, and that they're there, for the long-term, survival. That to me is like the most important factor right now.
What are you thinking about doing with it? Like, if let's say I have a project, I want to have a farm with you. Do I need to buy poop for it, and with that I'll make a payment, or how does the process goes? Because if it's like this way, chart will rise, right? So I'm just thinking along those lines. What is the process for that?
Yeah, it's basically tokens, 1 to 2% of token supply, and then very low amount of BNB just to put into the wallet and the farming wallets for gas, for processing transactions. But mainly it's just token supply. About 1 to 2% will do it.
So since it's a sort of third party for now, multi-sig will be in effect, I'm assuming.
And we've been working on it for weeks. I wish I had an exact go live date, but it'll be as soon as I can get everything together for it and have it developed out the way we want.
Well, I'll conclude my questions. Just one more thing. So Genesis has been sold out, as you mentioned before. These are still available in the marketplace at the minting price. But what about the future of it? Will there be another collection of NFTs coming sooner with the advent of these farms and everything? And if it is coming, what will be the theme of those?
Right. So yeah, the Genesis are minted out. They minted out with in about 3 weeks or so, and the verified collection is on NFT Key right now, and anyone can log in there, connect your wallet, and buy up the floor, which is very cheap. And I recommend anyone just buying one. That alone gives you access to the blockchain DAO, and it's like 0.02 or 0.03 BNB. So there's really no reason not to join that cool kids club. As far as PooChain itself, we have one more NFT collection that we have already developed out, and that's a part of the marketplace DAO. And same sort of ideas. We have an in-house NFT artist that's done about 6 different collections now around the meme token space. We've given him a couple connections the last few days that he's developed out as well, which is awesome. He'll continue to just grow within the space too. And he's done our marketplace DAO NFT collection. So I have no time frame for that NFT collection to be released, but it has already been developed, and it will be a part of the PooChain ecosystem.
Excited. So I'm just assuming that it will be a sort of a community event when this launches. Will there be a special community event for that? Let's say if a person wants to make 100 of it in one go, he might get a certain discount. Because I'm just assuming how you want to see things right now. Assume, because you just said it's still in work, so I'm not asking for a exact time frame or exact measures of it. Just assuming, are these things in process? Because I'm excited for this.
Yeah, we're going to do something really special for that collection, and it's going to be tied to PooChain blockchain going live and everything, and that collection. I just want to go ahead and launch it on PooChain. I don't want to launch it on Binance and then migrate it over. So it'll be actually the first NFT collection that we launch on PooChain. And yeah, we'll do a lot. I mean, we'll do a lot to put. There'll be so much excitement around the blockchain going live and PooPlace version 2 going live. And we will definitely make it a special NFT mint launch.
Thank you for answering my question, Thomas. Love the answers. It's brilliant, and coming from a team that has actually lasted 100 days, that is like amazing. So yeah, thank you for answering that, and thank you, Caleb, for letting me co-host.
I appreciate you, and I appreciate all your questions and your enthusiasm. It's great. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thanks for that, Les Project. Great stuff. I just want to, I think while I was listening to your conversation with Les Project earlier, you did mention about you having partnership with people when it involves the staking system. So I just want to know so far, have you had any partnership with projects so far, and who are these people?
Yeah, we've partnered with a few different projects around Telegram so far. Well, we've got our meme token project that is a team project that will migrate over to PooChain, and that's PooGrow. And then we were partnered with Telegram Inu. They ran into some copyright issues and are changing the project around right now. But we were partnered with them. We're partnered with the Diamond Club and ProDev and his team and people, which is another great community, another docs dev that is in it to win it for people, which is excellent. We also have a partnership with the Baby Poop token, which will migrate over to PooChain and be a part of our PooChain ecosystem. We are looking to partner with like 2 or 3 that I've been in communication with, and they meet the requirements of being doxxed, and someone that I know and someone that I'm familiar with, and that I'm confident is going to push the project. We've honestly limited a lot of partnerships at this point. I really have. I mean, I probably could have done like an announcement for like 10 different meme tokens in the last week or so, but I just want to make sure that they're the right situation for everyone, and that all communities are able to equally benefit. So kind of have limited a little bit of the partnership announcements from that standpoint lately. Now, as far as blockchain companies, we've been in communication with 2 very, very good blockchain companies. One based out of Virginia here, where I'm at, which is really great for me because they're very close. They're within about 2 hours for me. And then another based out of the UAE. And both are, just doing exceptional things within this space. And, while blockchain technology itself is just absolutely exploding. So we have a few partners. Will we have a lot more? Yeah, we'll end up having a whole lot more once we get to the blockchain going live. I imagine we'll have some of the biggest in the space is the plan.
That's really, really amazing, and we're looking forward to that as well. I also have a question that just keep up my mind right now, but it's really, really important. I just wanted to touch my little bit about the marketing plan first. Let me just go before I can get that back. But that question I was about to ask is definitely important. But the marketing plans. I have known this project for a while now, and I know you must have done lot of AMAs as well, and which is really, really, amazing. I love that. But from this, aside from this AMAs, what other things you have in store to get this work out there, people?
Yeah, I've done. This is actually my 18th AMA, so I'm almost pushing 20 AMAs at this point. And I think that's what has helped a lot as well with our growth is I love talking about PooChain. I love being transparent about it too, and being able to be here for everyone to ask their questions and just listen to our message. A lot of the marketing we've done has been organic. It's been your typical Twitter, Medium, things like that. We really we feel once we get to being able to have some massive blockchain news, then we can start pushing, kind of this global stylized marketing that we've been working on, honestly, for a couple months. I think just a lot of it comes down to right now, it's about organic growth and, bringing in new holders daily, bringing in, people that are like-minded, that see the project for what it is, which is a true gem. And it's going to give you the opportunity to, really change your life financially, and I don't mean in 20 years. I mean, much sooner than that. A lot can happen between now and the end of the year for PooChain. And I know we have, big goals for PooChain between now and the end of the year. So marketing is kind of really like, right now it's just about that organic word, whether it's me getting on an AMA and talking to a community or our members getting out there and bringing in new investors.
Yeah, I mean that's I've been following up PooChain myself. I was telling one of my admin that one of the things I love about the project is mostly about the community itself. I mean, I love how they get things around, and I see every day people always chill about PooChain, Twitter, and I think you guys love Twitter a lot. That is definitely one of the things I love when it comes to a project, on how much they spend most of the time trying to get the word out in the Twitter space. And, I think that's one of the fastest way you can reach out to people that are kind of related into the crypto space and stuff like that. So I definitely love that. And I really love what you guys are doing here. But yeah, I think I've gotten to remember the question I wanted to ask you that can also be lots of people thinking about is due to the market we have right now. We can imagine that it's pretty really not good at this stage. So I just want to know how you and your team have been able to sustain the project, even because of what I can see right now, even with this bear market, PooChain is still surviving and is still holding on strong. So how have you guys been able to manage that in this period of the time?
Yeah, I mean, some people see chaos and some see opportunity. And building right now at the bottom of the crypto cycle, I think it gives us the best opportunity to do the most amazing things. As the crypto market recovers the next 18 months to 2 years, and I see it as it was the best possible time to launch PooChain and to launch a blockchain and to build it. While the other crypto prices are down, that will be tied to as far as pairings and things like that. So um, I think it's just the best time. I think we've kind of presented that to the community that's why we launched this at this time, was to do it with the best opportunity for us to do the most exits, and to really blow the doors off this market cap once we get the blockchain going and live. So I think our volume on the blockchain is going to absolutely just be something to be in awe of once we able to get everything started. So I just anyone that is still kind of watching on the sidelines, again, I just invite you guys to join our community, our Telegram room, and ask questions, get to know everybody. It really is a solid place to spend your time online and in Telegram and in a crypto community. We're really just a big family there.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about earlier. I love how even the moderators themselves, they are definitely trying. And I mean, it's not easy at the stage of the market, right? Still making people to believe that, yeah, the PooChain is here to stay. That alone makes the investors mind at ease. Yeah, these people care about us, and yeah, they love us here. So even if I think that should be one of the key reasons why PooChain has been able to hold strong. I think I would say that the community has been really really awesome. The people behind the project are really have really been trying. I think do you agree with me, Corners?
Oh yeah, I agree completely. I say on the AMAs all the time, no one developer, no one me uh, got PooChain here. I mean, it's all about the community. It's all about the community support. It's all about people, and not just one or two, but thousands believing in what you're doing and believing in you as a developer. And so yeah, I mean, it really has always come down to community, and it always will. And I believe that that is how we really change the world. It's not one person that's going to be able to do it. It's going to be the strength of a community. And so, I mean, that's why what we're doing with PooChain, the meme token blockchain, everything is centralized around community development, support, passive rewards, and just working together. Crypto is as simple as just sticking together, and everybody wins.
100%. I definitely agree with you. So I think, yeah, that's all of my questions for you, Kronos. But feel free to tell us more about PooChain if you have more information that maybe we maybe have not touched on. Please feel free to do that. Otherwise, maybe we can get questions as well from the community.
No, I think we touched on everything. If people have some questions, let's hear them.
Awesome. So, guys, you may want to raise your hand now. Let's get a question from you guys. And guess what? The team are generous enough to give out $100 prize and 5 NFTs to our community. So, you want to make sure that you definitely earn these prizes. And if I were you, I mean, it's all good to do our own research as well. But I think PooChain is really here to stay, and it has a lot of things coming for the project. So definitely, let's get a question from, let's see, someone I haven't called before. Okay, let's get a question from Obed. Obed, you're muted.
Yeah, thanks, Caleb. Thanks for the opportunity. Yeah, can you hear
Sure,
me?
but ask a question. Yeah, ask a question.
Yeah, my question is concerning the staking, like, because one of the major issues with staking these days is the fact that the market is in, like, the market is bad right now. So there's usually low volume, which makes the token stake and the rewards worthless. Like, so what plans do you have to tackle this major issue when it arises in your project? Like, do you have an external source of income, source of revenue, or an assurance policy as a means to back up?
Well, our staking isn't tied to volume or price, so it's just not even something to have to worry about.
Obed, did you get that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I got him right.
Okay, is that all of your questions, or you have more questions as the same?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I guess we'll have to move on then. All right. Thanks for your time. Let's get a question from Crypto Bishop. Crypto Bishop, you're muted.
All right, thank you so much for the opportunity, Caleb. I hope I'm audible.
Yeah, buddy, ask a question.
All right, hi, Kronos. It's been a wonderful time with you since the beginning of the year, and a big well done to Caleb and Last Apache for almost clearing over my doubts. But one thing I think you guys have not talked about is the tokenomics, tokenomics. So I'd like you to run us through your tokenomics. How many percentage is going for the reward? How many percentage is going to the team, and so on.
I actually have really bad hearing and tinnitus. I could not hear you. Caleb, did you catch that?
Yeah, I think he was trying to I'm getting the feedback. Yeah, I think he was actually definitely asking you about your tokenomics, how many percent is going to the team and stuff like that.
Okay, gotcha. So right now we are 9% buy, 9% sell, and I believe it's around 50-50 going to marketing and liquidity. And it varies, and our taxes varied as well, but 9 and 9 has pretty much where we've been most of the time since launch. And we've always focused on heavy liquidity. I mean, that's what has really helped support the chart so much, considering we started out with $278 in liquidity.
Okay.
Does that answer your question, Bishop?
Yeah, it does a bit, but it does actually. You can just go to my second question because of others. About the speaking, will there be a minimum? Will it be a manual claim, or is going to be an automatic claim? And will there be a maximum number of days or the time limit to stake?
Yeah, Caleb, if you could tell me that again, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I think it was asking about the staking. If there's gonna be I think a time frame for claiming on, and you get the I mean, how you can claim your reward. Is it gonna be manual, or you have to claim this reward?
Yeah, it's manual, and it's pretty much zero tax. You definitely don't you're not taxed on any tokens, and then it's just a minuscule amount of BNB gas to stake and claim.
Okay, all right. Thank you very much, Cronus. I hope you can hear this one. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you. And we're sitting around 59%, pretty much 60%. So 600 million tokens, almost 60% of our supply, the community has staked. that's $223,000 in Poop token staked, and we've paid out 27 BNB so far in rewards. It was really, really exceptional numbers.
Yeah, I'm kind of curious, Connors. I was kind of thinking, why did you guys choose to use, the Binance, the Binance, instead of probably Ethereum? I was kind of curious
Just
about that.
it's our pairing, and so because we launched on Binance for the PooChain token to get the project going. It really comes down as simple as that. Once we're on PooChain, it'll be the Poop token, right? Because that'll be the native currency of the blockchain that we're living and breathing on. It comes down to gas issues. When you want to reward out another token, okay, then you're having to pay the gas to buy on the chart to get the token, and then also to distribute. And so it may not seem like a lot, but it adds up. It adds up a lot, actually, especially over time. And we're talking tens of thousands of dollars worth of gas fees for no reason that could go into the project or could go into the token holders through other means of passive reward. So that's the only reason why we have the BNB staking. We're paired to BNB. It's easy to pull the BNB rewards because we're on that blockchain, and it'll be just the opposite. Once we're on PooChain, you'll be getting rewarded within the Poop token. So.
Oh, that's definitely true. And I think a lot of people agree here because we've seen a lot of people complaining about the gas fee. But in my opinion, I don't feel like the gas fee is really something that can be of a great issue at this stage of the market. But we are looking for something. We're talking about the future here. We're talking about something that's going to be here for a long period of time. So, you going with the Binance margin is something really, really amazing, and it's gonna help a lot of people who are definitely familiar with the BS. But do you gonna be having a plan for probably a cost chain in the future? Do you guys have plans for that?
What was the final part of that?
Yeah, will you guys be having a cost chain?
Yeah, so
Probably
what we'll end
maybe.
up doing, well, yeah, I'm actually kind of even been tossing around an ETH here the last few weeks, but that's really just kind of been a random thought at this moment. Once we get over to PooChain, we will bridge back to Binance and we will bridge over to Ethereum. And then so there'll be the bridged versions of Poop token. And then what everyone is buying right now on Binance, it will be a 1-to-1 ratio for the Poop native currency on PooChain. So you'll end up being airdropped a 1-to-1 of your holdings, because supply will stay the same at 1 billion, which is not really honestly a whole lot. But then you'll end up being airdropped your 1-to-1 ratio of whatever your holdings are on Binance right now.
Awesome. That's pretty amazing. So guys, you say it's definitely something you want to look out for. It seems like the team has lot of plans for the project as well. Imagine it's been here for, I think, for more than 100 days now. So they keep on working hard to make this work. So let's move on to the next question. Let's get a question from, let's see. Let's get a question from Rachel. Rachel, you're muted. Please, guys, you may want to come closer to your mic so he can hear you.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, but ask a question.
Okay, my question actually about Genesis badge. So what I would like to know, does this include any NFT was, whatever the price, what class, was it rare, epic, or something else? And I want to know, why aren't certain category of NFT defined in order for me to be eligible for the Genesis badge? Specific number of rare and powerful classes without specifying the number of NFTs. And I want to know, will this badge be listed by ranks? That's my question.
I think it was mainly about the NFT rarities. There is just a spreadsheet out at this point. Once we get the NFT Genesis over to PooPlace, all the rarities will be listed out for everyone. But the main focus and the main value of the PooChain Genesis NFTs right now, far more have to do with that utility. Being able to gain access to those private and pre-sales. You're putting yourself in a position of long-term, being able to earn profits. And then if you couple that with a, 5 million token validator bag, essentially you get to sit back and earn passive rewards off that validator bag in the form of our Poop currency. And then you're getting with holding the NFTs, you've got then the tokens already for free just off that passive reward. To invest in those DAO projects for the rest of the blockchain's life, which is obviously hopefully going to be forever. So the combination of the two, that really is kind of what offers the value to the NFTs more so than rarities for traits.
Okay, I understand now. Thank you, Caleb.
Yeah, thanks
You're
for
welcome.
that.
And I definitely invite you to check out the collection on NFT Key. There's some, very, very good deals to be made there. And I mean, again, for 0.02, 0.03 BNB, you're securing your spot, for pre-sale on the blockchain DAO. So, I mean, it's a very good opportunity for anyone.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Thanks for that. If you still have more question about the NFTs and or any question about any of the utilities, just join into the Telegram channel. And yeah, I believe even the moderators themselves are gonna get an answer for you. Thanks for your time once more, Wisho. Let's get a question from Charlotte. Charlotte, you're muted. Charlotte? I guess Bobby's having an issue with his connection. Then we'll have to move on then. Let's get a question from Pioneer. Pioneer, you're muted, buddy.
Hello guys, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. Ask a question.
Okay, so my question is about the transparency of the project. Like you said, and I've gone through the project, and you guys have great utility. I want to ask about because I know in the future, you guys you'll be adding more utility to the project. So I want to know if you are going to have like a DAO system where members.
Pioneer, sorry, I guess you have to come closer to your mic. We can hear you.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you more better now.
So
you're free to ask a question again.
I want to ask because I know in the future, you will be adding more utility to the project because I can see you have more utility now. So I want to know if it's going to be having a DAO system where the member of the community can vote the kind of changes they want to see in the project.
Yes. So that'll start. You need to have a validator bag of 5 million tokens to really be a part of the core governance and consensus. And then also there's 2 DAOs within the blockchain, one for blockchain projects, and then also one for our NFT marketplace, where we will develop out extremely nice and bullish NFT mints, and people will be able to be a part of those in private and pre-sale as well. So we're offering governance on multiple levels. I mean, it's PooChain, the meme token blockchain. It's all about community, and it's all about, sticking together and working together for, better financial futures for all of us.
Okay, so about your NFTs, since you guys are going to be having your NFT collection and like your Genesis NFT collection, are you guys going to be like in the future have your own game whereby investors can implement the NFTs?
We will definitely develop out a P2E game within one of those blockchain DAO projects. I don't think it will incorporate the PooChain Genesis NFTs. You need more of like an avatar, like a character for something like that. So it'll be something different. It'll be, we have a project we've kind of been tossing around in the background, that has more of like a Greek mythology type whatever you want to call it, characteristics. And so that's something like that I feel like lends much more towards a P2E game, and some depth and some something long term that we can really develop out a nice game for people, other than just kind of throwing together something that is quick with development and maybe doesn't exactly represent the quality that we want to do with PooChain products and utilities.
Okay, okay, thank you. So when are we expect when are we expecting the game? Like you said.
I mean, like it's so far on the back burner. we got some other big things. We got some other big things we're working on right now.
Okay, okay. No problem. I hope to see more of you guys.
I mean, no worries. Like anything, though, we're constantly working on the project from multiple angles. It really is a long-term project, and we're constantly thinking of how we develop out things, not just in the next week or two, but in the next year or two.
Okay. Thank you very much for the opportunity, Caleb. Thank you. Great project.
Yep, you're welcome. Thank you.
Thanks for that, Pioneer. All right, let's move on. Let's get a question from, let's see, who we have here. Okay, let's get a question from Wayhan. Wayhan, you're muted.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you, buddy. Ask a question.
Okay, my question is, suppose nowadays increase in the piracy in digital artwork content, so what strategy or what mechanism will PooChain implement to ensure the full protection of artwork from these possible imitations and pirated?
I didn't get that. Kronos, did you get that?
I didn't quite get that either. Maybe the translation is a little off.
I mean,
Well,
NFTs.
we're developing our own marketplace, so that there provides the most safety. Okay, OpenSea has had a lot of issues. OpenSea volume is down like 90% or something like that too. It's not been doing great. But I think, as far as safety, security, developing out our own marketplace, that's the best we can do to start with.
Okay, last question. In your staking is locked or flexible? If locked, so that in case of emergency, can I withdraw my staking reward without any fees, or do I need any fees for emergency withdraw?
Yeah, for the BNB staking, you can withdraw at any time. And there's no you're not you're not taxed or feed or anything like that. You can stake and unstake anytime.
Okay, all right. Thank you, and thank you for the first time giving the opportunity.
All right, thanks, buddy. You're welcome. Okay. Let's see. Mary Jane, you're muted.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, buddy. Ask your question.
Hi, Caleb. Hi, Kronos.
Yeah,
Hey,
buddy.
You guys have an amazing project. But I'm really interested in knowing, do you think in this your project, do you think the presence of whales is necessary, or you intend to focus on more smaller investors? If so, how do you plan to strike a balance between whales and the small investors? Please, I would like to know.
Yeah, that's a great question, actually. I think we have a really good balance. We have about 60 PooChain whales that are in a group chat together. And, we've really gotten to know each other from a friend standpoint. And I think it's a really great, unique chat. I also feel just equally as connected with everyone in our global chat, which is like 2,800 people. I think we're we're offering the best of both worlds. You know, there are people that want to invest long term in projects, and we're offering them a great entry in a long term, you know, investment that can pay back, you know, exponential amounts of money compared to what they're investing now. It goes the same though with anyone just investing $5 or $100. You know, we're giving them the same opportunity as well, and we're also, you know, we're paying back a lot of passive reward. You know, it really is giving back to the community has been something that's so important for us in PooChain, and it will continue to be because, you know, every single holder matters. It doesn't, you know, to me, it's important that I, you know, have a very strong well group because, you know, we hold the floor and we really provide long-term support of the chart and the project. But everyone else is, you know, equally as important. And I think no matter what, we're going to focus on always making sure that we're giving back to the community, giving back to holders, and designing PooChain in a way that is encompassing for everyone, you know. And certainly, you know, I appreciate the whales, and I would love to have, you know, even more whales join us with those 5 million token bags. But I would also love another 500 holders holding $5 in tokens as well. You know, to me, both are equally as important, and both groups of people are going to be able to do very well, you know, within PooChain ecosystem.
That's very impressive. No, so that shows you're very considerate. Love that. Great project.
Thanks for that,
Yeah,
Mary
you're welcome.
Jane.
Thanks for your question.
Yeah. So, Connors, you look okay to get in more questions? You ready to take it? To give it a day.
No, we can. As long as there are people with questions, I'm here.
Awesome. All right. Let's get a question from Solo. Solo, you're muted.
Good evening, everyone.
Hey, buddy, how you doing?
I'm good.
Awesome.
I got through your website and I saw this thing called PooChain Foundation. Can you just throw light on PooChain Foundation?
Yeah. I mean, I really plan on PooChain to be very big, and there will be a lot of money moving around. And I don't feel any one person should be, you know, solely responsible for that. And so, you know, PooChain Foundation will be something. Then it won't launch until next year, and there's a lot of ways to set this up for the long term that I've been looking into. But you know, essentially like a board, you know, a board with founding members. You know, whether it's people that are directly associated with core development of the project, like myself, or core blockchain development, or even just, you know, financial investors within our well group, or even, you know, holders. You know, it'll be a group of people that will always have the best interests in mind for PooChain, for the ecosystem, for how we invest money on a broad scale, and that is essentially what PooChain Foundation will be.
All right. I actually thought it will revolve around maybe the charitable part of the project or something like that.
The what?
Like
the what part?
the charitable part, like the part we're giving
charity.
out. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that is certainly will be something that we will be able to, you know, explore within the foundation, is being able to do things like that. I would love to do things like that. I mean, how wonderful would it be to be able to go in, you know, to a country or a situation and provide support, you know, and it has nothing to do with growing holders or growing the project or anything like that. It simply has to do with just giving back and, you know, loving humanity. And yeah, I mean, I definitely absolutely can see that PooChain Foundation will be able to do things like that with charity.
Well, it would be great if you can incorporate that into the project, at least a way of giving back to the community, to the society, to humanity, you know, touching lives. I believe project should not just be pushing, making money alone. Also, you need to touch life by contributing to what goes around the people. Well, my second question is you talk about Fuguru. Is it that you coming up with another different project or what?
It's just it's our meme token project that we launched with the PooChain team. I have done 3 smart contracts in crypto. I did PooChain and SquidGrow and PooGrow, and all 3 are the same smart contracts. So, PooGrow just felt like, something that we should do, together as a team.
All right. So my last question, Caleb did ask you about partnership. I mean, so and you mentioned quite a number of partners around the Telegram thing. So how do you tend to benefit from each other? Because I believe partnership should be the kind where both parties can benefit, can gain. So what do you stand to get? You mentioned like Diamond Club and the likes. So what do they stand to benefit from PooChain, and what does PooChain stand to benefit from them that will enhance the growth of the ecosystem?
Yeah, so I mean, right now it's really just about community sharing and working together. Once we get over to the blockchain, it'll be much different. It'll be about partnering with these projects that are wanting to migrate over from Binance over to PooChain blockchain, or 2, if they haven't launched yet, launching directly on PooChain. And so that's kind of how like partnerships for PooChain will evolve. Right now it really is just about recognizing other developers, other projects, other communities that have the same ideals as us. And then that'll evolve into actual project launches on PooChain.
All right. So, okay. Thank you very much, man, for bringing light to my question. And Caleb, thank you.
Yeah, you're
Thanks for
welcome.
that.
I mean, we also have our PooBot, which we've been developing out for Telegram. It's a buy bot, and it's also an NFT bot. And so we get a little exposure when we partner with these tokens as well, these token projects as well. And they add our buy bot or NFT bot, and we get some nice free advertising that it says powered by PooChain at the bottom, which I really love that. And I really feel like powered by PooChain products are going to be something in this space. We are all about taking what's already there and making it a lot better. And I think you guys are going to see that our PooBot will slowly start to take over Telegram.
Awesome. Thanks for that, Solo. And Konos, just watch out. I mean, after the AMA, you see Solo putting in 40 BNB on the buy button. Oh my God. All right. Let's get a question from Paragon. Paragon, you're muted, buddy.
Hello, guys. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. Ask a question, man.
All right. I saw on the platform that users will be allowed to invest in any project at any time while feeling safe within the PooChain ecosystem. With this, it means that there will be a kind of a rigorous activity that a project needs to pass through before it get this kind of opportunity for users to get for users to invest in it. So I'm kind of asking, what are these rigorous like this kind of scrutiny that all these projects will pass through to actually make investors to be safe when investing in the PooChain ecosystem?
Yeah, well, I mean, I think we have to encompass both sides of it, right? Like we want to focus on being PooChain, the meme token blockchain. So, I think we've come to the decision that we're going to launch this open source. Now that gives us volume, and that adds to our holders, and that is what really will drive, PooChain company forward. Now, once we get to that point, then we're going to be able to have the resources. We'll also be much further within development at that point, actually having launched the layer 1. And then we can start focusing on these layer 2s. And one of those would be the verified launches. I think this is the beauty of PooChain, guys, everyone listening. There is constantly something else that we can develop on top of what we are doing. This project has the longest legs of anything on Binance right now, and specifically at this market cap. Just getting to staking was a milestone, and then just getting to NFTs, then coding our core IBC blockchain code together, amazing, from a stealth launch. There's always going to be something else that we can develop out and keep moving the project forward. It's a blockchain, and we have the biggest goals for it as well. It's not to have $1 million market cap, it's to have $1 billion plus market cap, and everything that we are doing is scalable. So we're able to do a V1, a V2. We're able to keep moving the project forward from multiple different directions.
All right, that is very, very cool. Then I don't know if I can ask one more question, please.
Sure, go ahead.
All right, I want to ask the swap that you guys, the one of the utility there, which is the swap, is it live at the moment for users to use?
Yeah, our swap is live. We
All
have
right.
a token locker, and we have a swap that are both live.
All right. Is there a particular kind of reduced tax that can you hear me?
Yeah,
we can hear
I
you.
just didn't hear the question.
All right. Is there a kind of reduced tax, that will kind of make users to stick to that kind of a PooChain swap rather than using the normal pancake swap? Kind of deriving to drive more investors to make use of that particular swap. That
Yeah,
ecosystem.
I think so. I think a better user interface for one. I mean, I'm staring at PooCoin right now. There are so many things that can make a much more professional experience. I feel like for people that are spending a lot of time and they're using their money to interact with this product. I definitely feel user interface is going to be the first step into bringing people over to PooSwap is what it's called. And then there's also just newer technologies that are being developed out that we're going to be able to take advantage of as far as how the swap and the DEX itself is working and operating. So I think there's several different ways. There's so many things in crypto that yes, they've been here a while, but we use them and we're so used to them. But if you take a step back and you look at products not crypto related, we can go so much further, especially with user interface and just how we are approaching new potential users. And I don't even necessarily mean buying on PooChain, but using our utility products. We plan on really pushing our farm and our swap as individual products within the PooChain ecosystem to do just what you're saying, which is to bring over users, increase adoption.
All right, that is very, very cool. I wish you best of luck with the project. Thanks, Claire, for the opportunity.
Thanks for that, Power again. Thanks for your question. Let's also get a question from Nicky Mania. Nicky Mania, you're muted, buddy. Nicky Mania?
Hi guys.
Hey, Nicky Mania.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
All right. Thank you. I want to know what is the great margin between the product that PooChain has to offer compared to PooCoin? Because I think PooCoin is already doing the same thing you are doing. So what's the edge? What's the edge?
It's so funny. There's always one of these PooCoin weird ass questions during these question times at the end of my AMA. PooCoin and PooChain are nothing alike. And I mean nothing. PooCoin is a platform for trading, and that's it. PooChain is its own entire blockchain for projects to launch upon. It's a complete blockchain project. It has just one aspect of it will be a DEX. Just one aspect of it will be a trading platform.
All right. My next question will be that are you in any way connected to PooCoin? Like
Clearly,
the
I'm
CEO
not.
of PooCoin in any way? Because PooCoin, like, is there any connection? Like, are you affiliated to PooCoin rather?
Yeah, I think he got your answer already. Nicki Minaj, he said he's not connected to PooCoin. Did you get that, buddy?
Sure. Thank you. Yeah.
All right. Thanks, man. Thanks for your time. All right, let's get a question. Let's see. Confidence, you're muted, buddy.
Thank you very much, Caleb. I wanted to thank you for your presentation. I really appreciate what you have and the utilities you're trying to build here in the space. But I wanted to touch on the server aspect of the dApp. So I was on AMA yesterday, and then I asked this question about this breakage of a transaction error, server failure, or something like that. And then he said blockchain can never go down. Yeah, that's true. Blockchain will not go down for now, but the local server you're using to host your dApp, and then your marketplace could go down. So what strategy are you going to take to make sure that whenever an investor is trying to buy a token or connect a wallet, and every time he comes to the platform, he's always having a 404 error, or it's always having a something like transaction failed due to server error or something. So what strategy are you going to take to make sure that they are able to have a smooth user experience using your platform, and then your server will be on 24/7? Perhaps you're going to have this premium. You're gonna subscribe to a server, like you subscribe per month, or you own the API code and then you manage that locally with your team. So what strategy are you gonna use for that?
We won't be doing any of that. We will be maintaining our own servers in-house for everything that we develop out with PooChain blockchain. And if it's not between, our local developmental offices, it'll be our global ones.
That's pretty awesome. Really great. That's cool. So yeah, that's really good. As you're gonna manage that locally on your own. That's good. That's good. I also wanted to touch on. I don't know if I could ask another question.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, cool. So I wanted to touch on the marketing plans. So I know you have lots of you may have partners, you have marketing plans, but regarding trying to build the thing that entices lots of investors, perhaps you could be using an Instagram reel, a Facebook ad, a Google ad to promote your website. So what is the motivating factor you're going to bring to the investors? Perhaps when you make a video or you make a banner or something for your advertising, and whatever you're going to do, what motivating factor are you going to bring to the investors? In fact, people who are non-crypto users, when they see that, they will be really interested in trying to trying to participate in this sort of investment, right? And then they will be able to appreciate that you have their context at heart, and then you put them in front, and then because of this enticing feature you bring to the investors and to the non-crypto users, they will be willing to come to your project. So what is it?
Well, I mean, yeah, there's a couple different questions there. I think, if you're asking about targeting current crypto users, well, I mean, this is my 18th AMA, and we're 107 days after launch. So, I mean, consistently, we are getting the word out about PooChain and about what we're doing with the project and where we're at, with development and everything. And then as far as like taking it mainstream, well, I think the best marketing will be having the blockchain live, and then once it's live, working on ways to make it, very accessible to anyone. And so that's what we'll focus on then as well. But yeah, I mean, I think just merely having the blockchain live will do, more for marketing than anything. It's one thing to pay for marketing, but when, suddenly you launch the meme token blockchain, people are going to take notice and start writing articles about that. They're going to start doing videos about that. And so I think it'll end up being just a very organic process, just like everything else that we've kind of been doing, since launch over the last, 107 days now.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. That's great. You having this strategy. And when you said word of mouth, that's the greatest way of advertising, I would say. Because yeah, when you tell person in person, you try to explain that locally, he understands you because you're there. You show him everything, and then I'm an investor, and then you said you're gonna have blockchain stuff for blockchain. For example, I'm an investor. I don't really know anything about the blockchain, but I'm a local investor. I just wanna come into the space and to your project, and then you try to introduce this to me. So what is the motivating factor that will make me to come into your project and see that as a great investment?
Yeah, I think it's the long-term development, and I actually want to get away from long-term utility development, because a blockchain is so much more than a utility. And, we're offering anyone getting in at the market cap they are now the best possible potential of turning, whatever their small investment is or large investment into something much bigger, because we're building towards this blockchain being deployed, and what you're holding is going to be the currency on the blockchain. It's what everyone's going to want suddenly, and they're going to need it to be able to interact on the ecosystem and buy and sell other projects that will be launching. And I think it's going to be like opening a floodgates. I mean, just think about this. Just if you put a little investment in now, once we go with the blockchain being live, everyone is going to need the Poop token. Everyone's going to need what you already have. Just them bridging over their assets from Binance, from Ethereum, and trading them in for our Poop token. That alone is going to drive the price parabolic. And then projects start launching. Our ecosystem really starts to gear up, and farming is working well. And the Poop Place marketplace is also driving towards volume with sales. It's an excellent opportunity to invest and forget about it, and know that you're going to end up doing very, very well with whatever you invest.
Well, cool. Great. I really appreciate your answers to the questions, and it's kind of like you have everything prepared for the project. That's pretty awesome. I haven't asked any questions, and then you said, let me ask the dev, let me ask the marketing manager, or whatever person you want to ask, but that's pretty awesome. You have everything lined up like in a row to accomplish. That's pretty good.
Well, I appreciate your questions. I appreciate you, seeing what we're doing. It really is a team effort as well, though.
Thanks for that confidence. Let's get a last question from Black Adam. Black Adam, you're muted.
Yeah, thank you so much, Caleb. Okay, I read on your website that by holding your NFTs, you will be granted access to the PooChain blockchain DAO. So I'm curious to know how will be the voting system inside DAO will work, because normally people with more NFTs or even with tokens in other DAO features of the blockchain inside DAO, because normally people have more power as compared to small investors. So in your project, will there be any kind of quadratic voting system where collective decision making is done, where participants votes not just for or against an issue, but also expresses how strongly they feel about it? I think this kind of voting system will help protect the investors and trust of small groups of voters that are care deeply about particular issue and eliminate the biasness. So how will it work in your DAO?
Well, when it comes down to the marketplace and the blockchain one, certainly the more you hold, the higher your vote weight. I mean, that's just a part of every DAO voting system. So there's really no way to get around that. And I think also as well with the NFT staking that will come out, I mean, it'll be the same type thing. You know, look, if you've invested and you've invested in NFTs and you're holding them in your wallet, there's no reason why you shouldn't be rewarded for that. I don't feel like we should punish other people to make it quote unquote fair or something like that. Everyone is capable of investing however much they can, and no one is no one's going to look down on that or judge it one way or another. So I think we'll just try to keep things very systematic with that, and not try to kind of vary outside the lines.
Okay, great. Understood, and thank you so much for answering my question.
Thanks for that, Black Adam. So I think that's how far we're gonna go for the question. Please, guys, if you do have more questions regarding the project, you can just join into that Telegram and go ask a question. So Connors, it's really a great pleasure having you here on Gold Digger and presenting your project. I'm gonna say great stuff. And to anyone who is having doubt about the project, I believe Connors has given us every information you're supposed to know about the project. And you can see that these teams are definitely really, really transparent. Come on, they've been here for more than 100 days now, and they are having lots of utilities being installed on the project and amazing partnerships as well. And one of the things I myself am looking forward to is the PooChain itself. I mean, guys, it's something that's really, really going to be amazing. So you want to check them out. Like I say, if you do have more questions, feel free to join into that Telegram channel and ask your question. But aside from that, Connors, do you have any final words to our community here on how they can get themselves involved on your project?
Yeah, thank you so much for having us. I mean, I've really enjoyed it. It's been great questions and just great talking about PooChain and what we're doing. But yeah, I mean, anyone that is interested in learning more, again, I just invite you to join our Telegram and ask any question you want. Probably 95% of our community members can, answer all your questions, and I'm there as well along with the team. So just pretty much just dive into, being a part of our community. It's a pretty cool place to be.
Awesome. So I mean that's how far we can go for the AMA. Kempachi, do you have any final words you may want to have with Connors, Kempachi? Do we have Kempachi? Kempachi is sleeping. Okay, maybe we lost him. So anyways, thank you everyone for joining. But before we go, the team has been generous enough to give out a prize, and there's one way I'm going to be giving out one of the prize, and I think I'm going to leave it here with Connors. Connors, I just want to let you know that we're going to be asking our communities to tell us something about, the benefit about Connors, and you have the privilege of selecting one person who gives out the weird information about the PooChain and how it can be beneficial to them. So guys, you want to put in the chat, tell us about PooChain and the long-term goals and how it's going to be beneficial to you. And corners will have the opportunity of selecting one person that gives out the benefit of PooChain. So while we wait for that, I'm gonna stop the recording, and yeah, I'm gonna be sending you the recording in the private chat as well.